Picture this. You turn the key, but your car won't start, even though the battery is good. Your headlights are bright, the dashboard lights up, and the radio works, but the engine won't crank. So what's actually causing the problem? In this video, we'll show you the 5 most common reasons your car won't start even with a good battery, how to diagnose each one at home, and the easiest fixes before you spend money on expensive repairs. Stay until the end, because one simple check could save you hundreds of dollars. Step 1. Verify the battery is really good. Before we blame anything else, let's spend 30 seconds making sure the battery is actually healthy. Many batteries still have enough power to turn on the lights, radio, and dashboard, but don't have enough cold cranking amps to start the engine. Grab a digital multimeter and measure the battery voltage. A fully charged battery should read around 12.6 volts with the engine off. If it's closer to 12.0 volts or lower, recharge or replace the battery before moving on. Next, inspect the battery terminals. Loose clamps, corrosion, or damaged cables can prevent power from reaching the starter even if the battery itself is perfectly good. Look for white, blue, or green corrosion around the terminals. Clean them with a wire brush, tighten the clamps securely, and try starting the engine again. If everything checks out, let's move on to the most common culprit. Cause number 1. A bad starter motor. If your battery is healthy but the engine still won't crank, the starter motor is the number 1 suspect. The starter is responsible for spinning the engine when you turn the key. If it fails, the engine simply won't turn over. Listen carefully when you try to start the car. A single loud click usually means the starter solenoid is engaging, but the motor itself isn't spinning. Complete silence may indicate a failed starter, bad wiring, or no electrical signal reaching the starter at all. A burning smell or light smoke near the starter is another strong sign that the motor has seized internally. Here's one roadside trick that sometimes works. While someone turns the ignition key, gently tap the starter motor with a rubber mallet or wrench. If the internal brushes are sticking, the vibration may allow it to work one final time. If this temporarily starts the engine, replace the starter as soon as possible because this is only a temporary fix. Cause number 2. Starter relay, fuses, or ignition switch. If the starter itself is good, the next question is whether it's receiving power. Start with the fuse box. Locate the starter fuse and starter relay using the diagram inside the fuse box cover. A blown fuse or faulty relay can completely stop power from reaching the starter motor. Replacing either one is inexpensive and only takes a few minutes. If both are good, the ignition switch could be the problem. A failing ignition switch may still power your dashboard, radio, and accessories, but fail to send the signal needed to crank the engine. If your key feels loose, the vehicle randomly loses electrical power, or nothing happens when turning the key to start, the ignition switch should be tested and replaced if faulty. Cause number 3. Battery cables and ground connections. Even with a fully charged battery, electricity still needs a clean path to reach the starter. Loose battery cables, damaged ground straps, or corroded wiring can create enough resistance to prevent the engine from cranking. Follow both battery cables. Check for loose connections, damaged insulation, broken wires, or excessive corrosion. Clean every connection and tighten everything securely. Many no-crank problems are solved by fixing nothing more than a poor ground connection. Cause number 4. If the engine cranks but still won't start. Now here's an important difference. If your engine actually cranks but refuses to start, your starter and battery are probably working correctly. The problem now shifts to fuel or spark. One quick fuel pump test is to turn the key to the on position without starting the engine. Listen near the rear of the vehicle. You should hear a 2-second humming sound as the fuel pump primes the system. No sound could indicate a failed fuel pump, bad relay, blown fuse, or wiring issue. Always test the relay and electrical supply before replacing the fuel pump. Cause number 5. A failing alternator. Finally, let's talk about the alternator. The alternator usually isn't the reason your car suddenly won't crank today. Instead, it slowly drains the battery while you're driving. If your vehicle starts with jumper cables but dies shortly afterward, or your headlights dim while driving, the alternator is likely failing. Use a multimeter with the engine running. A healthy charging system should produce between 13.8 and 14.7 volts. If it's below that range, test the alternator and replace it if necessary. Quick recap. Let's quickly review the troubleshooting order. First, verify the battery voltage and clean the terminals. Second, listen for starter symptoms and perform the hammer test. Third, inspect the starter relay, fuses, and ignition switch. Fourth, check the battery cables and ground connections. If the engine cranks but won't start, test the fuel pump. Finally, test the alternator if the battery keeps going dead. Following these steps will help you identify the real cause of why your car won't start even though the battery is good, and in many cases, fix the problem without paying for unnecessary repairs. If this guide helped you, give the video a thumbs up and subscribe for more DIY car repair tips that save you time and money. Leave a comment below describing exactly what your car does when you turn the key, and we'll help point you in the right direction. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.